Second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda items. Madam Clerk, would you like to go over those?
So at the meeting from the regular council meeting on May 13th, 2025, and then the bid opening special meeting on May 20th as well, 2025. The APBs for this month, 5/1 to 5/31, $26,032. Payrolls 5/7, 5/21, 5/30, total $29,047.97. And of course the bank rec and the statements.
Any questions regarding the consent agenda?
No, I don't believe so.
Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
Yeah, I made a motion that we accept the consent agenda.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any town attorney items? I believe we got some stuff under new business, but not that I'm aware of. Anything from financial?
No, we'll have a meeting next month.
All in favor? Aye. Department reports, police.
I don't have anything to add other than we do have a couple of our cases coming up. We have some people that are disputing tickets that's coming up. The other thing is I just wanted clarification. I know we discussed it. Are we doing this where, because I've been on the lookout on that page for vehicles hopefully coming stock, are we on board with, if we find one that fits with our needs, for potentially purchasing it, and then if not, I think the understanding was by fall, if nothing has come about, we order. I just want to make sure that I'm on the same page with the board.
Yeah, so I think the plan is probably to get something next year. Now, whether that, whether we do that via the fall, that's probably somewhat.
I think, yeah, I mean, I think the challenge is I don't think we want to buy, we don't want to pay for it this year.
Of course.
So, I think, which I was looking, I know that this year it seems to be an excess of vehicle of, like we could go pick up a 2025 Explorer Police Edition on the street today from a dealer. I don't know if that's gonna be the same next year or not. So I guess probably when we get closer to the beginning of the ordering window, let's look again to see what's out there and available. And then do you know how long the ordering windows are if we
I have to
order?
recall him because he really didn't have.
Okay.
Again, if you're finding them online, there probably isn't an issue with them at this point.
Yeah.
I can imagine that we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, there's a four or five like within 50 miles of here at local dealers that were on the lot sitting there, which kind of surprised me because that's not been typical. So I think it's just coming down to whether we want to put that expense in this year or next year.
Right.
But I don't think we have a strong feeling of whether we go used or new.
Okay. Like I said, I just want to know where we're at, because if not, I won't keep looking on the page.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing I think what you're seeing as well, you have a lot of people, a lot of these dealerships that would buy them because they were short.
Oh yeah.
They would buy them and then they would upcharge them because they have them on their lot.
Yeah.
I think, and now that they're being produced again, now they've kind of just gotten stung with them and it's sitting on their lot.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to pay the price that they want.
Correct.
I wanted to see that come up. And then if you guys didn't have any questions for me on the report.
I think I'm good.
We do have summer school here, so if some of you can leave, I'm sure you leave about that time. The traffic's enjoyable. I'm sure it's blocking your driveway at that point. Is it getting that far down?
I've been on vacation, so I haven't really noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they've got things going on around all this summer.
Is that typical?
They hop from one school to the next.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So they have the book club going on right now, and there's like 300 kids.
Good deal.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there's like what 6 pin security
Yeah.
vehicles that are just,
They've been trying to help with the traffic. I mean, they got them lining up on Pierce right now, but even that doesn't meet the demand that they need it to meet right there because the fellow will go
Yeah.
up all the way down Pierce now too.
That's not a good school for a lot of car traffic.
But it was our year and it popped up, so.
So you're getting all those left-hand turn people?
yep,
You know, yes I am. Yes I am.
yep.
Started early.
It did.
All right, thank you. Streets.
We've been busy. We, since our projects weren't gonna start till July 7th, I went ahead and went and got another ton of patch and just took care of a lot of these little holes,
Yep.
you know, around town that I was just gonna let go. But I figured a month away, we might as well just go ahead and it's not that expensive to patch them up.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Agreed.
The fence is gone at the park,
Saw
Oh,
that.
thank you.
and
Why didn't I notice
I'm
that?
going to get
Yeah, I
rid of
noticed
that
that.
basketball court. I just haven't,
The hoops, you mean?
just the portable one for now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do it yet. It's a hydraulic, and it's got a motor, and it's very, very heavy.
Oh, okay.
So I just haven't focused on it. But I'll get it out of there. I just
Yeah.
haven't figured out how yet.
Okay.
But
We're getting rid of the hoops
I
long
think,
term.
the plan is to put a hoop back,
Oh, okay.
not have a full
Yeah.
court experience,
Yep,
but
yep.
that one's just been junk, and I don't know why they ever put it there.
Yep.
But anyway, it'll be gone, the portable, if that's what you want to call it. We also got the well all flushed out last week.
great.
Randy just texted me about an hour ago and said the test is done.
Good.
So the water's, we just wanted to get that done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did it this year. He showed me how last year and he gave me the chemicals, so I think we had talked about that.
Yep.
The town taking more responsibility as far as the park.
Yep.
So we did that, and that's good to go a couple months ahead instead of a week ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's all done. And we're getting ready to start doing our trimming seasons here too. And to your question about county, they're going to help us probably in the next couple of weeks get this tulip done.
Oh, great.
Great.
They've already came out and scoped it out and checked it out, and yeah, it's not an issue. Because I told them we would help.
Yeah.
So they're gonna issue us hard hats.
Well,
Because I
that's-
said, whatever you do. I said, I feel bad you guys coming here.
Yeah, we got help.
And I got 2 guys here that can help, and not been able to. So as long as we got our vests and our hard hats, we're good to go.
Good.
Good.
And
Yeah, that's nice of them.
I have a meeting in the morning also with county. Hey, that's what you guys do. Because we usually order our signs and our posts from Indianapolis. We always have, from Hall Signs. And it usually costs us just as much for freight for our posts as it does for the posts themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I called Charlie the other day and he's like, heck yeah. He said, call our sign guy. So I called him this morning. He's like, Charlie call you? He's like, I haven't heard from Charlie. So I'm going to have a meeting with him tomorrow about making our street signs and getting some posts from them that we don't have to pay shipping on.
Yeah.
Because we don't need a lot.
No.
They order them by the big bulk.
Yeah.
And so I try not to ask them for a whole lot, but they're more than willing to help us because we don't have a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good relationship.
yeah.
Well, I
And-
mean, I would imagine it's also in their interest as well because I mean, obviously we're part of the county, so
But you know, on the other hand, just like I was just telling these guys, we had all that rain last week or the week before. We had 2 trees down. There was one down on Beach in the county, and we went and pushed it off.
Yeah.
I do the same on Cottage Grove. If I see something and it's immediate and county doesn't even know about it yet, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? They help us out so much, and then I said, hey, I'll call them up and say, if you got to call on the street, it's handled. And they thank us, and it's all good.
yep.
Yep. Great.
Appreciate you guys putting the flags up and down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was everybody really enjoyed well, except for a few people complained at the scene.
Well,
We-
that's
we-
always to be expected, but I think it really,
It happens with everything we do, the park. I mean, we're making it better, but they weren't happy about that either. You know what I mean? But I thought it looked cool.
yep.
Yeah, turned out good.
Joe asked about getting more, and I went and counted, and there's 60 more. if you want to invest in 60 more flags besides the 33 that we already have, so we'll be looking at almost 100 flags. But they would start at county line, and as soon as you turn coming into town from county line, it'd just be nothing but a flag parade.
Yeah, I don't know if we need quite that many, but
we
I
can
would
keep on adding a little
like
bit
to see it extended a little bit further.
this way,
Yeah,
more
towards-
specifically.
Yeah, I don't know about necessarily to county line, but
Yeah.
it kind of, I felt like stopped. a little
County
bit
line's
early.
the coolest part because all the Lynn telephone poles are all right in
Straight.
conjunction.
Yeah.
That would be the coolest part.
You don't want to
Once-
get too overboard.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to do, it doesn't
We
matter.
can
Once we get the mounts up, it's just a pain in the ass getting up and down the ladder.
Yeah.
We can always add or slowly add a few more.
Yeah.
That's easy. Whatever you guys want to do, we'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them back up for the 4th, and I'm gonna put them back up for Labor Day
Yep.
for a week at a time, like we discussed.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a guy when we were taking him down. He came out of his house and thanked us for it. He's like, "That was really cool."
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of makes you feel good.
I was well received, I felt like.
Had lots of compliments on them.
Yeah.
The town actually paid for them flags. Yeah. There's a board that actually likes to spend a little money on the town.
We're trying to make it right.
Code.
We had a little hiccup with our contractor for the new program. We got a new contractor. Everything's go. If nothing happens, Monday will be our first report of a contract written to him.
Awesome.
So, and the case Tina took to court, Mr. Johnson, it was in our favor for that judgment, and he has not contacted the courts or the attorney's office to make any type of payment or anything, so.
Shocker.
That guy's got to owe us like $100,000 because I dealt with him when the first time I started here. That was my first job.
What was the judgment for? Do you know?
It was half of what we originally owed.
What was
It's like
original?
13.
Okay, so like $700 or $650.
No, with what we were supposed to get was
No, it was-
13.
Oh, okay.
So
Which we probably.
it was over 3.
Wow. Okay.
And so basketball hoops season's here.
Yep.
So I have a list, so we'll be getting those letters.
Great. Awesome.
Great. Thank you. Tina, do you have anything beyond the other items on the list?
No.
Any questions regarding the department reports?
I'll make a motion we accept them.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Unfinished business. We've got resolution 04-2025 for some additional appropriations.
So this is what we discussed last meeting. It's just adding some appropriations to cover expenses, heightened expenses from the park improvements, and appropriating for road construction and opioid expenditures. If the board would accept that and those additions.
Is there a motion on resolution 04-2025?
Yeah, I'll make a motion for resolution 04-2025.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Park improvement and fundraising update.
Yeah, so the patronicity grant fundraiser went very well. Thank you to everyone who donated and spent time getting with either the Nelson's fundraiser or just getting the word out to people. That was just fantastic. Greatly appreciated. We had a lot of great donors that gave very generously to the project, and we're so thankful for that. We're in talks right now with Alvin Marsh, who's our engineer for the project. They're working on getting things out to quote, and we're hoping to be, by late fall to be wrapping up with the entire project of phase 2, and we'll go from there. We're already working on fundraising opportunities for phase 3, and some grants that we're hopefully going to hear back on in the next month, and hopefully they're in our favor. So just a lot happening at the park. You're going to see a lot of updates happening in just the next couple weeks, and
When are they going to start on?
so nothing. So so in the next 2 months, so before the music festival, we'll have street parking on Pierce done,
Yeah.
and we'll have street parking on Lamport
Yeah.
done. There is a 50% chance that we'll have the alley paved and the parking lot at the fire station repaved. Now, that will not happen unless it can get done before the festival.
Right.
So there will not be anything going on during the festival. Everything should be back to normal. So there may be the additional
Better than-
asphalt. What?
Better than normal.
Well, correct. Better than normal. I apologize. Then, basically, starting the following week, Alvin Marsh will be out staking. Hopefully, then starting on concrete work, excavating work.
That's the 1st of August.
Yeah, it'll be mid-August before anything starts.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's all dependent on contractor schedules and availability, which we're working hard to
Are you
get
still
done.
going with the general? Are they going to go with the general still?
Alvin Marsh will be the general for it, which will work good. So that's exciting. I
Yeah.
think we're moving in the right direction on that.
They know a few people.
They do a good job. So that's kind of we got some more park updates later and talk about swing quotes then. But yeah, what's up?
When will the old, or will the old playground be taken down?
Yeah, so aspects of it, I believe most of it will be taken down. We do not have a timeline on that, and then we'll look at ways of how the town can offload that equipment. We if there's a way that we can turn it into a fundraiser or do other things for park improvements, we'll look at those options. Because there is a set way we have to discard of that property, or sell it, or that. So
Or just throw it away.
yeah, some of it potentially.
Because all that metal stuff
That's right now.
You never know though. If we sell it at auction, people might buy it.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think the fundraiser and all the work there was a I think really well. So I want to give a special shout out to our clerk and Joe as well. They put in a lot of time to try and get us to the finish line there, and the community as well. But there was a lot of time that was spent on this and some of the other improvements that we're doing around town. So
It's exciting.
yeah, it's a really neat time to be part of the town.
Oh yeah, and we redid our landscaping since last meeting.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. So that's something else that we were able to accomplish.
If they stay alive.
Yeah, they should.
I did water them.
So yeah, more to come on the park
Yes,
and
absolutely.
other
Just
fundraisers.
don't look at them no more, Tim.
Anything else under unfinished business?
I think that's everything.
New business. We've got resolution 05-2025 updating the town's purchasing policy.
Which is very simple.
No,
We
I messed
discussed
it up.
this
Hold on.
and just updating it, higher values that kind of are more in line with today's expenses of being able to purchase.
Yeah, the state I think has also made some changes over the years that allow us to a
Yeah.
little more flexibility, which is
These are in line with the new state requirements, basically. Just changes thresholds. I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 05-2025.
A second.
all those in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
And then we have resolution 06-2025, which is updating our credit card policy.
Kind of along the same lines. Just trying to be able to be more in line with purchasing and proper policy. It was a bit outdated from 2014.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 06/2025.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Then we have the letter of interest, which is it right here? Or
No, sorry.
Oh, this
income
is for
survey.
the income survey.
Yeah. So we have been in conversation with MACOG, which is the regional planning group of our area, and we're looking to ask for an income study done on the town of Osceola, which would allow us, hopefully, to hit a threshold to receive OKRA funding for basically a full-scale planning of wastewater, water, and sewer. And the way that works is $90,000 of it is covered by Okra, and $10,000 will be covered by the town. So it's an opportunity for us to get a full study done, which has never been done before. We've had studies done, but this would meet all the requirements for federal grants, federal funding, and other options like that. We know that there's numerous areas in town where if their septic fails or their well fails, basically they have no options for putting in a new well or a new septic system, and that's pretty tragic for properties and makes it unlivable, which is a huge. It's just so unfortunate. We've had people have to buy additional lots or buy lots across the street, and so we're really asking. This letter is asking them, requesting a income study. We believe that with an income study, we should be able to hit the threshold that's required for Okra funding, and hopefully hopefully they approve it. So
Yeah, 'cause that's about every house in town.
yeah. There's a lot of properties that we're getting to the point where it's no longer a question of do we want to do this. It's a question of people can't live in town if they don't have water. So unfortunately,
I know quite a few people that have to have their septics done every couple months
yep.
because they can't put it anywhere
Else.
they don't have an option.
You don't have a property.
So I don't know that we necessarily have to do anything with that letter,
No.
but it's just more of
We're signing it as an agreement.
yep.
So
And then we have some additional quotes for some of the park improvements. Regarding the swing set and paving, and then we were also looking at potentially getting a tractor.
yeah. So the only thing we actually have quotes for right now or firm quote on is the playground swing set. Basically, it would be three pieces: a single 2-bay swing set section, a single or a double 2-bay swing set option, which would have 4 swings, and then a bird's nest swing, which is kind of like a
Saucer type thing.
saucer option. And then there would be a ADA compliant chair in the first set of swings. These are the cool thing about this set is it matches the fallen timber logs, so it's going to be the big cedar logs, stained, look really good. It'll match all the aesthetic we're achieving. We're leaning towards installing it ourselves just because of the cost, and it's all bolt together, so it should be achievable for us to do. But this all is because of our successful patronistic campaign, so it's just awesome. So, yeah, any questions about it? I received pricing through Aben Marsh on a steel type playground set. It was $30,000. That would be about the same about the same setup as this. So I felt like this was a good option to go with, and it matches what we're going after.
So this is it. 23,262.
No, because we'll go with
Oh, without the labor, sorry.
without the installation,
It's this number plus the
the estimate. So I'll make a motion that we accept the quote from Bears in the total of $14,396 with the estimate of shipping as $2,488 as well.
Did
You have a question?
Yeah. So the one piece that I think we talked about with the
Oh, the expression swing?
that was going to be an additional cost.
Correct.
Because I think that might be neat
We
to
can
put
definitely.
on with the
Yeah.
special needs.
Absolutely.
piece.
What we'll do is we can add that we can do that as a separate add-on. That way we have a backup belt swing that's just in storage.
So
They're
maybe
not-
we just approve something not to exceed. I don't know how much that additional piece
It's
was.
at 16,800.
That is less than like $500. So
Okay.
it would fall under
Okay,
our,
so we could
Yeah.
do
our
it separate anyway. Okay,
it can just fall under our normal purchasing policy of not voting for it.
that works.
So yeah, I'll go back to approving the Bears quote for $14,396 with the shipping estimate of $2,488 installed by the town.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And then just the last two things, which is paving quotes. We were supposed to have those yet today. Unfortunately, we do not. So we're hoping to be able to make a decision potentially. The hope is that if we get quotes in the next day or two, and approve it immediately, they will be able to tag that along with our current paving projects and get all the park paving done well before the festival, which would be amazing. So if those are favorable, we're hoping to do a pre-meeting approval on that. And then we're talking about the general upkeep of the park for future years, and talking about doing a tractor basically so we can maintain it in the winter, plow all the sidewalks, salt them in the winter, make it a spot that people can use all year round, and make the investment now so that we're ready to go, and also it'll be something that we can use for spreading mulch and just general maintenance at the park. We got a lot of stuff happening there, and moving picnic tables for festival, doing stuff like that we can hopefully be a good use for the town. So we're working on getting quotes on that. We'll have those early this week.
Sounds good. I think that's it for any other new business. Alright, we will now open it up for public comment. If you want to come to the podium, state your name and address, and address the council.
Go for it.
Have we found anyone yet?
I'm working on it.
She's been meeting with people.
Yeah, I had to cancel an appointment with Vinyl
Tap.
Tap, so I was super sick. And then I talked to people from CAM, which Tom put me in touch with them. They own Repeats and a couple other
Yeah.
places in Elkhart.
Yeah.
So we had a good discussion, and I gave her some food for thought, and we got to get back together, because the intention is that we make some money off of it, and they're like, well, you pay us $250 and then they make all the money. I'm like, well, that's not what I'm going for.
We all want to do that.
So I explained the need to get some income to continue with the additional expenses that we're incurring from the park improvements. So we need to make some sort of money. So it's just getting there, and what's that going to look like?
Yeah.
Probably should talk to Randy too, because since it's a town deal, are we going to be supplying the tables and chairs?
Well, hopefully it'll come from whoever it really all depends on who we settle with.
Correct.
So we just have to figure out what the option is, and
Because some people do and some people don't.
It was a good call.
so
Thank you. I would have it already and no place to sit.
Tina's working on it.
We got plenty of chairs.
Any other public comment? Is there a motion to close public comment?
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Announcements. Will we have another meeting before the 4th? Probably not.
No, it's impossible.
Gully cheese whiz, I didn't put that on
That's
there.
true, yeah.
I mean, it's not impossible, I guess. But it'd have to be a special meeting,
Yeah, but the 4th of
which
July
may
is,
happen with everything we got going on. So
4th of July is coming up very quickly, so
Yes, it is.
hope everyone has a safe and great 4th.
yeah. I guess the other announcement is we'll now be live streaming our council sessions, and I accidentally excluded myself in the video on the app, so we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are live streaming now due to the
That was
State
accident.
law.
requirements.
That was accident.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how I did it, so I gotta figure that out.
All right, is there a motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion we adjourn.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
6:30.